Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? How you feel? Get excited, everyone. You already know, man. Good morning. Grand rising. Assalamu alaikum. However you say hello in the AM. What up, y'all? It's Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe, across the entire globe, man. Across the whole world. The whole world, Craig. Today, Impact Meet number 141. Man, we talking about how to maintain, how to increase. We talking about focus, man. We talking about focus. Focus is an acronym. If you didn't know, focus is an acronym. It stands for follow one course until successful. Follow one course until successful. What's the biggest problem with entrepreneurship these days? Overanalysis paralysis is the biggest problem. What's overanalysis paralysis? That's when you have so much to do that you end up doing nothing. You end up doing nothing. You have so much to do that you spend more time planning what you're going to do than you do actually doing what you're going to do. You have so much to do that you spend more time thinking about how to process what you have to do than you do actually doing it, man. Focus. You got to follow one course of action until you are successful at that. I started a clothing line in 2020, right? I've been merching since 2010. I started the funny page, right? The comedy page in 2020. I have been merching since 20. I started graphic design, making magazines, publishing other people's books in 2020. I have been merching since 2010. I started writing books in 2015 and actually publishing them and selling them in 2015. I've been merching since 2010, though. Do you see where I'm going with that? Now, you want to focus on one course until you're successful, because that one course will allow you to open the doors for the next course, right? I wasn't able to just start a publishing company out of nowhere. I wasn't able to just be like, oh yeah, let's do this, and then it happened. No, I had to have money to do that. Where did I get the money from? I had to sell some oils. I had to sell some perfumes. I had to go to New York. I had to go to Canal Street, 28th and Broadway, and I had to grab what I could grab. Then I had to come back to Philly, and I had to sell it so that I could have the money to do that. What up, Diamond Hood Grown? How you feel? What up, whoever's watching on Facebook or YouTube? I love it. Thanks for coming, man. Get excited. You already know. So you must follow one course until successful. That's what focus stands for. It's not just going to be like, all right, I got this company now. Let me open these other 7 companies. It don't work like that, bro. Follow one course until success. Success is subjective, because success to a crackhead is getting high that day. Success to a billionaire is like buying another company that day, right? Success is subjective to whoever the person performing it is, right? So success to you might be different than success to me. And when I say success, she said the safest transactions game. I don't know what that is. You got to elaborate on that. But when I say success, I mean you have to move forward in that one thing until it's good enough for you to step out of it and it to still be happening while you're not there. You got to be so good at the thing that you got it solidified to the point where you don't have to go to them anymore. They now come to you. Whatever it is that you do, product, service, whatever. Now, once you follow that one course until success, that's when you go to the next thing and you never look back. You got to treat the next thing like it's an infant. Like you have to keep paying attention to it or something bad's going to happen to it, because it is. Focus. You have to follow one course until successful. And each time you find a new course to follow, each time that you embark on a new agenda or a new task, you have to overwhelm that problem with attention. You have to be so in tune with that baby that it grows to be a healthy toddler. And once you're a healthy toddler is there and you feeding them and they walking around and they starting to do stuff on their own, that's when you can focus on another course. That's when you can get in the mix with something else. That's when you can find another course and you can focus on that one. Now, there's never going to be a time where you can 100% neglect a business and it still flow correctly, right? You might even be able to exit out of the business, leave, and money still be made there, or whatever you're focusing on. It might still be operational without you being there. But at the end of the day, you need to be present in some form, in some way, shape, fashion, right? Even if you just checking on the books at night, that's cool. But when I say focus on one course until successful, the next thing that you're doing, you have to really live that. This is why it's called merch life. You have to really live it. All right, so a 9 to 5 is like you come to work, you're here maybe 40 hours a week. You're probably here more than you're at your house. So if you're working for somebody else and you're there more than you're at your house that you pay rent to sleep in, why would you think that your business deserves anything less than that? Entrepreneurship is not easy. It's actually easier to work for someone. So when I say focus on one course until successful, you have to treat it with more respect. You have to treat it with more effort. Whatever it is that you want to do, pretend like it's your 9 to 5, and now pretend like you're trying to get promoted this month. Now pretend like you trying to get promoted by the end of this pay period. That's how you need to treat your business. That's how you need to treat your workout regimen. That's how you need to treat your book, your whatever you're writing, whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to put together, wherever you're trying to be at, you need to treat it like that. You got to treat it like, damn, if I'm late, I'm going to get written up. You got to treat it like, if I don't make it today, I ain't going to get paid today. You got to treat it that way. Focus. Follow one course until successful. Now, that doesn't mean become obsessed. It doesn't mean ignore people that's important to you. It doesn't mean work yourself to an unhealthy state of being. What that means is the efforts that you put forth should be solely centered around the end goal. When you at work and you at a 9 to 5, right? And you up in somebody's face all day, you go and run to the bathroom and take a break that you don't need to take. You feel me? You might even avoid doing actual work. You might just be there chilling, getting paid to chill. But you can't do that when you work for yourself, man. That shit does not work in entrepreneurship. And if you want to embark on this journey, you're going to have to focus. You're going to have to follow one course until successful. Now, let's talk about adversity. Because there's two sides to this. There's the one side where you got the lazy person, the lazy entrepreneur, and they're not seeing results because of their efforts. They're not seeing results because of the game, because of they're not putting the work in. But then you got the guy that puts in all the work. Getting the oils and selling them and not a drug. Oh, yeah, you already know. Well, the oils is safe, but the perfumes wasn't safe because they was knockoffs. So that shit wasn't safe. But anyway. Anyway, you gotta be vigilant about the two types, right? So, like I said, you got the one entrepreneur that, they just not really putting in work. That's why they ain't seeing results. Then you got the one entrepreneur that he's doing everything. You know what I'm saying? He's always in the mix, right? But everything might not be the best thing for him to do. What do you mean by that, Jay? I mean, if you're doing 9 different things, if you're doing 10 different things, and to be successful, you got to put 100% into something. How you going to win at any of those things when you putting 10% into 10 different things and 100% into nothing? Just focus, man. Follow one course until successful. Atlantic Records didn't say, let's put out the Saint Lunatics right now and shove them in everybody's faces and throw all their songs on the radio. No, what they did was, let's make Nelly a superstar first. And then we can worry about the rest of these niggas. Matter of fact, we don't even got to make them superstars. After Nelly's a superstar, he going to put them on a song called F.O.C.U.S, and then everybody going to know who the bull with the dreadlocks is. See what I mean? Focus. You got to follow one course until successful. Whatever you about to do is going to be the catapult for the other stuff that you want to do. I know you got a lot on your mind. I know you got a lot planned. I know you got a lot of agendas. You have wonderful ideas. You have a wonderful business in your brain right now. However, you need to focus on what is working for you now. Follow one course until successful. And I'm not saying don't, totally neglect the other stuff. But what I'm saying is the majority of your time, the primary efforts of your being need to be into the first thing, the foundation thing. And I'm not talking about nobody's job, because people that aren't entrepreneurs believe that a foundation means going somewhere else and working somewhere else and you're supposed to work your 9 to 5 and then you're supposed to work your business from 6 to 10. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, yo. Real rat. Who do you know is going to a 9 to 5 for 8 hours and coming home talking about, I'm about to sit on this computer from 6 to 10? After they just drained you where you were at all day, you about to come work? No, bro. No, you're not. Don't even bullshit yourself. You're not about to do that. You're not about to do that. If you're going to do that, you might as well get 2 jobs. So what I'm saying is you got to focus on one course, man, until successful. Now, where's the dilemma at? The dilemma is I don't want to quit my job because I got bills to pay. I don't want to leave my livelihood because, I know you don't. I know you. Now, let me ask you this. If you was at that job or being an entrepreneur or at a different job, or if you was in outer space, would you still have bills to pay? You got bills either way, right? You're going to have bills either way, right? Exactly. So why are we focusing on the problems and not the solutions? Why are we focusing on the bills and not the money? I got bills to pay, so I got to come to work. No, you got bills to pay, so you have to do work. You have to do work. You don't have to go to work. You have to do work. Focus, man. Follow one course until successful. And if that one course happens to be you working where you're at and saving up for 6 months so you can focus on entrepreneurship, then that's your course. Get excited. I kind of wish that before I quit Rent-A-Center that I would have saved up a little bit of chicken. But, we here now. Get excited about that. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm just telling you it's a good idea. That's all I'm saying. And when you do quit your job, you want to replace that income with something, man. Focus. Follow one course until successful. So even if your course is, I'm going to go ahead and put this book together so I have some type of income before I leave my job. Focus. Focus on that and only that, though. Don't say I'm writing an ebook now and then go get 4 more ebooks and want to edit those Jones. And don't say I'm writing an ebook now and then you want to turn it into a paperback tomorrow, or you want to do motivational speaking on this platform. And then like, I gotta let you know this from an entrepreneur's perspective. Motivational speaking takes a little while for you to get paid off of. What up, Bet on Yourself, Ken? How you feel? She said, I've tried this bullshit. You do not want to be convinced into the false pretense that you gonna make money your first day being an entrepreneur either. You don't want to fall for shit like that. What you want to do is you want to focus on setting up a plan so that you can get paid. All right. Because everybody's gonna tell you, I can show you how to do this, I can show you how to do that. And to be honest, as an entrepreneur, you're gonna make more money off of teaching something than you are doing that something. I make way more money off of teaching people how to become authors than I do off of actually being an author. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So unless I'm like selling my books, of course, like hand to hand, but that's a different story. So when I say focus on one course until successful, I don't mean abruptly quit your job, and I don't mean just go spend all your money and invest it into a business that you don't really know anything about. Research is a part of focus. You have to be prepared. That's step number 3 in the 8 steps to success. You have to be prepared. Have a great attitude, be on time, be prepared. So when you're focusing on, I'm about to leave this job. When you're focusing on, I'm about to start this business. When you're focusing on, yeah, juice by that. You already know. Get excited. When you're focusing on, I want to move forward into a new level of finances. Focus has a lot to do with putting things in place so that they can think about a sniper, a person using a sniper rifle. He not just aiming from the hip and firing the trigger, man. Before you pull the trigger, make sure you're lined up. I'm telling you, make sure that your target is lined up, yo. Because you'll find yourself looking for a fucking job. And looking for a job after becoming an entrepreneur is the most criminally embarrassing thing you can ever do to yourself, right? It is a super duper confidence killer. You have to focus. That means when you get up and go to your job, don't say I'm getting up to go to my job. I'm getting up to go holler at my investors because I need a payment so that this business can run properly. Focus, man. Talk about what it is, not what they want it to be. I got to go do a meeting with my investors today so that I can get my next payment so this business can run correctly. I don't go to work. You feel me? This shit is a lifestyle. When you become an entrepreneur, this becomes a lifestyle. Like when somebody asks you, hey, what do you do? No, they don't ask you, what do you do? When somebody asks you, who are you? You're most likely going to give them your occupation. This is people that work in corporate America. You're going to give them your occupation. When somebody asks me, what do I do? Or somebody say, who are you? I'm Merch Life J. What I'm going to say after that? Motivational, inspirational speaker for parapreneurs across the globe. Why though? Why do I identify with that? Because that's what I'm doing more than I'm doing anything, right? So when it comes down to your switching from a 9-to-5 to a life of entrepreneurship, it's really a life. It's not it's not 8 hours of the day. No, it's 24 hours. It's all your life, bro. And if you're not prepared to struggle, if you're not prepared to face adversity on different levels of life, if you're not prepared to grow, then entrepreneurship is not for you. You got to focus, man. Focus on one course until successful. You can be working a 9-to-5 and focus on entrepreneurship. You can be running a business and be focused on, becoming a business owner, man. Because it's a difference between a person that's self-employed and a business owner. I'm self-employed. I don't have employees. Now, if I had employees and I stepped out of the business and it was still working while I wasn't there, that would be a business owner. So coming from a 9-to-5, there is a gray area where you're self-employed for a while. And if you can't focus, you're going to fail. So practice it now. This is your homework for today. I'll see you again 8:30 tomorrow morning, but this is your homework for today. I want you to practice focusing today. When you have a task at hand or something that you got to do, focus on the end of it, not the process. because the process is the shit that'll make you stop doing it. The process is going through the process will make you give up on it. Don't focus on the process. Look at the light at the end of the tunnel. Everything in the tunnel is designed to keep your ass inside this tunnel. Focus on the light on one course until successful. And when you get out of that tunnel, when you break out of there, I want you to tell me tomorrow how that felt, man. I want you to let me know how focusing made you feel, man. I'm Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe. I love y'all, man. Thanks for coming. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Get excited. You already know.